Side. 6 on Your Side starts right now.
And all eyes now on Melissa, Chief Meteorologist Wes White, here with us on a special edition of 6 on Your Side to talk about a Cat 5 storm that we are also going to sort of indirectly see an impact from, Wes.
Well, what's happening, Jonathan, this system is bringing us the cooler weather, the clouds, and another chance of rain coming up. This is going to protect us, and it is going to sweep that system back out into the Atlantic. But we are seeing some significant impacts across the Caribbean. Here's what it looks like from space, and this is about as textbook and as intense as it gets when it comes to a tropical system. It's a powerful Cat 5. You can see it's kind of wobbling along here, but it's expected to make a turn back to the north. Here's Jamaica, and the forecast track brings us in around Montego Bay during the overnight hours and into the day tomorrow. Here's the latest from the National Hurricane Center. This is from the 4 o'clock advisory. Notice the maximum sustained winds 175, gusts to 215. It's a Cat 5. Pressure is at 906 millibars. If we see this go below 900, it will enter that category where we've had very few, only like 6 in recorded history that have dropped below 900 millibars. That low pressure, of course, equates to higher wind gusts. So as the pressure lowers, it deepens. That causes those sustained winds that increase. But it's either going to be an upper end Cat 4 or 5, regardless, a major hurricane, one of the strongest to ever strike Jamaica on record. And then it moves across Cuba. And notice it crosses the Turks and Caicos and the southern Bahamas and then heads on out into the Atlantic. But this is what the Barron model looks like and brings this in tomorrow morning. But it is going to be a catastrophic level of event here as far as the kind of damage this could produce. 9 to 13 foot storm surge, up to 40 inches of rainfall expected, and again sustained winds of a system that's moving 3 miles per hour, the winds that are blowing over 150. That is going to be unreal kind of wind that island is going to deal with as that moves north. It heads out into the Atlantic, but again we have a system that's moving across our region that's going to sweep that out. So no impacts around here, but if you want to keep up with that track, if you have the First Alert Weather app, go over to the radar part. You can really zoom in all the way down to the coastal level and see exactly where this is going to make a direct impact. Cloudy and dreary conditions stick around for us. It's like we've just flipped the calendar right on into November. I mean, it feels like winter out there, and especially Wednesday, showers increase. We got what we call a cold core upper low comes across the state, keeps the temperatures in the upper 40s, low 50s. If it were January, we may be talking about snow. It's that kind of system, but it's not going to generate winter precipitation. It's going to be liquid precipitation. But you'll see tonight, the models pick up on the clouds, but one thing the models aren't telling us is that there's some mist, there's some drizzle out there. We're going to deal with that. So there's roads still could be a little slippery early in the day. And then we have cool, chilly conditions, 60s, about as warm as it's going to get this week. That's tomorrow around 4 o'clock. And then here comes the rain. Nothing too heavy, but looks like slow and steady through tomorrow night into the day on Wednesday. There's Wednesday morning showers around, and then even more showers and drizzle. And look at these afternoon temperatures at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Only 51 at Birmingham, 49 at Jasper, 47 in Coleman. It is going to be cold and rainy on Wednesday. Certainly one of the coldest, rainiest days like this we've seen since last winter. And it looks like by Thursday, clouds stick around, but we'll get the clouds out of here by Halloween, and that's why we're concerned we could see some frost early Friday morning. So giving you that first alert, we have called a first alert weather day, mainly from about 3 o'clock in the morning Friday until 9 a.m. for the threat of frost north of I-20. So we'll have those conditions, and possibly even early on Saturday, but it's going to be chilly for trick-or-treating, but looks dry. Great evening Friday coming up for Halloween, taking the kiddos out. Just bundle up. We'll have temperatures falling into the 40s there by 9, 10 o'clock in the evening. 10-day forecast, again, cloudy, dreary, drizzly, rainy, maybe even misty at times. Temperatures on Wednesday went with a high of 55, but keep in mind some areas north may stay in the 40s. Frost early Friday, even early Saturday we'll need to watch it. May see a few more clouds Friday, late Friday night, but Monday and into next week we are talking about dry conditions with highs cooling off a little bit, but dry for that first week of November. But check the First Alert Weather app again for updates as we fine-tune the forecast. And don't forget, we fall back. Daylight saving time ends on Sunday.
600 side getting answers tonight with more than 750,000 Alabamians not going to get their SNAP benefits next week as expected. State DHR says those benefits suspended because of the federal government shutdown. It's going to have a real impact on a lot of families, and tonight Bria Chapman talking with a couple who rely on this money to put food on their table.
The baby's got to eat. It's got to be done. Something's got to give. We got to eat. A man who didn't want to show his face or share his name told me he's worried how long he can go without receiving SNAP benefits. Alabama DHR says funding is suspended for November, and that money was supposed to go out next week.
It will impact me because I won't have enough money to get by every month. Social Security only goes so far.
More than 376,000 Alabama households depend on SNAP benefits, including over 330,000 children. And this suspension in benefits means already stretched organizations like the Community Food Bank of Central Alabama is preparing to meet a greater need.
Beginning of the year, the USDA cut many of the food programs for the food bank, and they cut about 3 million pounds of food, which was 2.5 million meals that we were scheduled to do in 2025. We will probably be feeding less this year.
A lot more people will go hungry without having those supplemental benefits to help them budget throughout the month for their food.
A crisis created by Congress and the ongoing federal government shutdown as both sides cast blame. Senator Katie Britt sponsoring the Keep SNAP Funded Act to plan to keep benefits flowing during the shutdown. Congresswoman Terry Sewell urging the USDA to release contingency funding. Recipients say help cannot come fast enough.
You know, they're playing games in Congress from what I understand. One side wants one thing, one wants another. I'm sure it's just a matter of compromise. They're going to get together on it, but when? Who's going to start?
State leaders issuing some statements tonight saying something has to be done to make sure Alabamians receive the help that they need. We have all the updates for you as this battle continues on the WBRC News app. We have now confirmed that the off-duty Jefferson County Sheriff's deputy charged in a crash that hurt 3 people, including a 15-year-old, is on administrative leave, and new court documents say Deputy Shamonte Landfair was off-duty but under the influence and had her lights and sirens going at the time of the crash on October the 8th. It happened here at the intersection of Highway 75 and 25th Avenue Northwest. We have asked for a booking photo of Deputy Landfair, but we know she is charged with 2 counts of first-degree assault. Aaliyah is investigating that crash. In Shelby County, a Columbiana police officer is charged, arrested for driving under the influence. Columbiana's police chief confirming Officer Alicia Simpson was arrested October the 22nd on Highway 70. She was not on duty at the time, but has been put on administrative leave pending an investigation. Coach Hugh Freeze and the Auburn Tigers coming off a big, much-needed road win at Arkansas. The Tigers come back home to face Kentucky on Saturday night. Freeze benched quarterback Jackson Arnold in the second half, and they got a win with Ashton Daniels under center. So today he was asked, okay, who's the starter Saturday? And said he's not sure. Both will be battling. Kickoff is 6:30 Saturday night. Thanks for being with us on this special edition of 6 on Your Side. Right back here streaming at 6:30 with First Alert Weather Extra. We'll be back on TV and streaming after World Series Game 3 tonight.